Greetings, class. I wanted to do this short tutorial video on the week 6 lab, wave motion and refraction of light. And so when you open up the lab, it looks similar to this. And so you will have one attempt for this lab. Make sure that you do not submit until you have completed it. And so you see the submit quiz button. So that allows you, it will save it. Once you are working on the lab, it will save it. So if you need to come back and finish it, as long as you don't hit the submit button, you should be fine. Okay, so there's a couple of simulations that you're working on in this lab. The first one is this one. And so you want to right click on this and open the link in a new tab so that you can go back and forth between the instructions and the lab itself. And so when the lab comes up, it looks like this, but you want it to look like this. And so in order to do that, what you want to click is the oscillate button. You can pause it because you don't need it oscillating right now. You want to change it to no end. Your amplitude and frequency are fine for this first part, and then you want the ruler and the timer, okay? And so in the first part, you want to, okay, there we go. You want to calculate your wavelength. And so the settings oscillate, no end, and the ruler and timer are both checked, okay? So that's what you want all set up. You want your dampening to be none and your tension to be high. So dampening none, tension high. All right. So there we go. All right. Still want to raise that up a bit. Okay, because you can move your rulers around. All right, and so it wants you to use the image above, okay, right here, not the one on your actual simulator. You're going to use that for down here, but you want to use the image above to um, or the simulation, you could use either one. What is the wavelength? All right, so when we're calculating wavelength, what we're looking at is going from the peak to the peak. Okay, so that is one wavelength. So if we're looking at that, this first peak starts at 1, and this looks like it's about at 5.1. So you're going to take 5.1 minus 1, and so you get 4.1, and it's centimeters. And so you're going to write that in your box. All right. And so here you're going to be changing your amplitudes and your frequencies, and you're going to calculate the wavelength. So remember, from peak to peak, that is your wavelength. You could also measure it from trough to trough. Okay, trough is the lower portion of the wave. The peaks are the higher portion. So either from trough to trough or peak to peak, however you want to do it, but that's how you're measuring your wave. So if I did, that's harder to, there we go. All right, so if I did trough to trough, it would be from here to here. All right. And so here you want to change your parameters and then measure the wavelength for each. All right. And then you're going to answer the questions accordingly. And then you have another question with the same simulation. All right. So you're looking at that. All right. And then the speed of the wave. So you're changing um, your parameters, your amplitude and your frequency, and you're looking at the speed. All right, so then you go to, and then some more questions on that same simulation. But I want to scroll down to the next simulation that we're looking at, which is this one. So you want to right click on this and open this link in a new tab. And we have this, okay? We're looking for this one. So you want to click on, you want to make sure that that's the one that you're looking at when you hit play. All right. So we're doing our intro. Okay, so we want our protractor in here, and you want it to look like this. Okay, so we're looking at the ray. Oh, sorry, wrong one. All right, so we want the ray. We want these two boxes to be up, which we have here. So we're looking at air and 1.0, then we're looking at water and 1.33. So air and water, we got that together. All right. All right. And so then you're going to look at your beam of light. Okay, going through here. I think we bring the protractor up. Let's see. We want that protractor, this part, to be lined up with your water level. All right, so we're going to bring that up here. Okay, so now that it's lined up and looking like you see here in the picture, then you're going to answer the questions based on that. All right. And then you may need to vary it, all right, based on what the question asks you to do. But follow what the question is asking. Here we change the materials. So follow what the questions are asking you. And then if you have any questions as you're going through this, let me know. All right. Have a great day.